The cherry blossoms along the tidal basin are expected to peak a month from today, and you're not invited.
This year, the National Park Service and our cherry blossom partners are asking everyone to experience peak bloom virtually.
Park Service Superintendent Jeff Reinbold.
Not a joke! Insanity! News I heard earlier today on another radio station. The cherry blossoms, nature is back, but you're not invited. Because reasons, that's why. Welcome to America First, and me, your host, Sebastian Gorka. Washington, D.C., one of the few delightful things about this cesspool is the cherry blossom season. But this year, because of something that has killed less than 1% of the people, you can't go and watch it. At the same time, I'm very grateful to my producer, Mr. G, as the music was rolling to open the show, sends me a news item from ksat.com. The governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, has made the announcement. It's now time to open Texas 100%. Yeah, we can do a remote from Texas. Yes, we'll move the whole show to Texas. You troublemaker. He's texting me as I'm trying to do a monologue, man. But it's okay. Modern technology. March 10th, all businesses in Texas are going to be open for business. But in the nation's capital, there's a 3-mile-long fence, 12-foot high with razor wire and 7,000 National Guard with M4s and M16s, and you can't go and look at the cherry blossoms. This is the reality in America. And it came to me today what the problem is. It's not politics. It's not GOP versus Democrats or Republicans versus crazy liberals. And it's not really about Donald Trump, the man. God bless him. Where is that cut? I want that 5-second cut. Play video cut 17.
Hello, CPAC. Do you miss me yet?
We miss him, but not because he's Donald Trump, but because of what he fights for. It's very, very easy. It is the difference between the quote-unquote self-anointed elite and the people. I hate to use a term out of socialist jargon, the people, but let's just say Americans. How about that? Since the name of this show is America First, that's the crux of the matter. That's the nub of the issue. The elite is bankrupt. They've bankrupted us, this nation, but they are morally bankrupt. They have no right, and I mean no right, to say that they represent us. They have betrayed all Americans except themselves, except this tiny fraction of a hyper-elite class that does nothing, takes no action unless it profits themselves, unless it keeps them in power. I can't repeat it enough. 5 years ago, we did something revolutionary. Our nation was born in revolution. Revolution against tyranny. Revolution against unrepresentative government. And we did something revolutionary again with no guns, no muskets, no cannons, no grape shot. As Mike Flynn described it back then, it was a peaceful revolution. Why? For the first time in the history of our nation, the greatest nation on God's green earth, we chose a non-politician. We chose a non-member of the elite, an outsider, Every single president, from George Washington to Obama, was an insider, was a member of the political class, a governor, a senator, a congressman, or a retired general like Washington himself or Eisenhower. But what did we do? What did 63 million Americans say? That's over. It's gone. It's ended. Enough. You have failed us. Worse than that is J.D. Vance chronicled in his incredible book, Hillbilly Elegy, which wasn't a pro-Trump book. They betrayed the real America. They betrayed the Americans who built this nation, who created it, who made it into the greatest country the world had ever seen. The antithesis of empire, the antithesis of an exploitative colonial force. We were born in rejection, in antithesis of colony, of empire. And when we went to liberate others, when American men shed blood and their lives to liberate Europe, not once, but twice, we didn't occupy that territory. We didn't create satrapies of slave nations like the Soviet Union did, like the British Empire had done before us. Even Afghanistan, even Iraq, after the horrific events of September the 11th, we allowed those nations, as soon as those countries had been adequately stabilized, to choose their own governments. The opposite of imperium. We are the most just nation the world has ever seen. We are the least racist world the world has ever seen. Ask anyone who has traveled the world, to Asia, to Africa, to Europe. Our fight is between those who think they are better than you, who believe that they can do whatever they want. They can promise you one thing, get you to vote for them, and then betray you, like they are doing now with a coronavirus relief pill, which only dedicates 9% of the true $2 trillion of your money to actually fighting the Chinese virus. And in the meantime, while they're hoarding the other 91% of that $2 trillion bill, they're telling you, no, you can't go and see the cherry blossoms. This fight has just begun. And today, we will have three members of Congress who exemplify the citizen politician that Donald Trump exemplified. One of them, who 18 minutes ago just announced on Twitter that he's thinking of running against Governor Cuomo for the governorship of New York. Find out who that is here on America First with me, Sebastian Gorka, former strategist to President Donald J. Trump. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, don't touch that dial.